Hey guys, in this video here I want to kind of quickly just show you guys what actually happens when we put our smartphones on airplane mode. Now you can see in front of you here I got my iPhone, and if you look in the top right hand corner of the screen here you can see the airplane mode icon. Now if you're using an iPhone and you swipe the top right hand corner, you can see here that airplane mode is actually shown here in orange. And there's three other buttons around that airplane mode button. And those three buttons, what they do is they control the Wi-Fi, they control the Bluetooth, and they control really the communication coming to and from the cell phone towers to your phone. And this airplane mode, what it's supposed to do is it's really supposed to kind of switch off all of that wireless activity. So really that Wi-Fi, that Bluetooth, the connection to our cell towers, all that is kind of disabled when we use this airplane mode button. And in this video here, I wanted to kind of really put this to the test, especially with my iPhone. If you guys are using an iPhone, I really wanted to kind of see if this is truly what's happening here. Now you also notice here that I've got my spectrum analyzer with me here. Now I've actually went and I've kind of left my home and I've kind of went to more of a secluded place here because I really wanted to make sure I wasn't around any of my neighbor's Wi-Fi or really any of the Bluetooth devices in the area. I kind of wanted to make sure I was in an environment where none of this stuff, none of these wireless signals would be present. So as you can see here, I've been kind of running my spectrum analyzer here for the last several minutes. And really the frequencies that I'm monitoring here with this spectrum analyzer is the 2.4 gigahertz frequency span here. Now with this meter here, I'm kind of scanning the 2.4 gigahertz frequency all the way up to the 2.485 gigahertz frequency. So I'm really scanning all of those frequencies in that kind of span there. And this is really the frequency range here where our 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi frequency operates on. It's where our Bluetooth devices operate on. And it's really where some of these baby monitors operate on. And I've kind of demonstrated this for you guys in previous videos. And I've also really been kind of talking about this 2.4 gigahertz frequency specifically. And in my view, this is really a frequency range here that we're dealing with that appears to be very destructive. And I've been talking about this a lot, and I really wanted to kind of just make sure that this iPhone that I'm using, when I put it on airplane mode, that this thing is not emitting any frequencies at all. I really wanted to kind of just make sure of that, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate for you guys here so you guys can actually see what is truly going on here. Now with the image that you're kind of looking at here on the screen, you can see I've been kind of running this meter for a few minutes, and I'm really not picking up any wireless activity at all, as you can see. There's really hardly anything happening here in this particular area that I'm in. And this is exactly what I was looking for because I wanted to kind of make sure I could establish a good baseline here to kind of show you guys that there's nothing happening in this 2.4 gigahertz range right now. And of course I got my cell phone with me, but I got it off. I got it completely turned off right now. And I've got nothing else running. I've got nothing else really around me right now. So really what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my phone on, and I'm just going to leave it on airplane mode. And then I'm going to run this meter again, and I'm going to run this meter in kind of real time here so you can see it. And we're going to see what kind of frequency activity starts to happen here. As you can see here, I've got my meter running, but you'll notice now that we have some new spikes of frequency activity happening here. And there's really three of them here, as you can see. And they go as high as about negative 40 dBm. Now this is a significant change from really where we were when we started. And I've kind of got that kind of shown as well on this kind of white outline there at the very bottom. That was all the frequency activity that was happening around me right now when I had my iPhone turned off. And as soon as I turned it on, and please believe me, I have it on airplane mode, and all the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the cell towers, everything is turned off. But there's still some wireless signals coming out of this phone. And this is deeply disturbing to me, honestly, because we've always expected that when we put our phones on airplane mode, that it's supposed to stop all the wireless activity. But with an iPhone, you can see it does not. And I will also tell you that I actually have an iMac, and it does the exact same thing. You can disable all the wireless features on your iMac, at least the one that I have, but it's still emitting wireless signals coming out of this thing. Now I just really wanted to kind of show you guys this because maybe a lot of you guys have assumed the same things, that when you turn your phone and put it on airplane mode, it turns all this off. But when most people that I know, actually, they actually use their cell phones, they put them next to them while they're sleeping. They put them maybe on the bedside table beside them, and they use their cell phone actually as an alarm, so they can actually get up and go to work or go to school or whatever it is that you're doing. And this is very common to see this. And I know most of the younger generation today, what they do is a lot of them sleep with their phones underneath their pillow. And guys, we really need to kind of pay attention to what we're doing here. Because what we're doing is we're exposing our bodies to this 2.4 gigahertz, these frequencies. You can see all these frequencies are operating in this band. And we're exposing ourselves to these frequencies all night long. And these frequencies have the ability, you can see from the previous videos that I've done, they've been shown to disrupt the immune system. They've also been kind of shown to cause problems, with the lungs and the blood and the circulatory system, if you remember from previous videos. And really what I think this is really truly doing, inside of us is it's really disturbing, the water network inside of our bodies. And in really all the work that I'm doing, the water inside the body, it's fundamental in how really the body's information system works. When you look at all the metabolic activity that's happening inside our bodies throughout the day, please believe me, water is at the foundation of all of that. And these frequencies here, in this 2.4 gigahertz band, they've been shown to disrupt a lot of this. It disrupts what happens with water. We already know this with our microwave ovens. Our microwave ovens kind of operate on the same frequencies, but they use a heck of a lot more power than kind of what you're seeing here in front of you. But what a lot of studies are showing is that doesn't matter, guys. There's something, that we don't quite understand about these frequencies on how they interact with the human body. And I've always suspected that they interact directly with water. But the water network inside of our bodies may not be in this liquid, gas, or solid phases. It might be in a completely different phase that appears to be invisible to us. And it's this plasma phase of water that I've kind of talked about in the previous video that I've done. And what I really find very interesting, with all of this is that, when we look at the environments that we spend most of our time, like in our home, and most of us have Wi-Fi running, and it's usually running at this 2.4 gigahertz frequency. And when we leave our home, maybe when we go to work, maybe when we go to the grocery store or we go to the mall, all of these places have Wi-Fi running as well. And also even when you get into your car, all cars now are capable of Bluetooth, and that Bluetooth signal is almost always running when you're inside your car. So really what we've got here is we've really created an environment here on this planet where we're just constantly being bombarded by these frequencies in this 2.4 gigahertz range. And I'm suspecting that, there's no mistake why that's the case. And it has everything to do with how these frequencies interact with the water inside of us. And in my opinion here, guys, these frequencies here in this 2.4 gigahertz range, they should be illegal to be used, anywhere around the human body, because they appear to be so disruptive. And I just wanted to kind of, send some alarms off to you guys to kind of show you that if you're using a cell phone and you have it on airplane mode, especially an iPhone, now my iPhone here is not, the newest of the new, And our iPhones seem to be constantly emitting these Bluetooth-like signals here, even when it's on airplane mode. Now, I can't say for sure what's actually happening when we're using an Android device, because I don't have one. I'm not 100% sure what happens in that case. But I can tell you with iPhone that this is what's going on here. And I really just wanted to kind of make you guys aware of this. And I'm going to end this video here. And I kind of hope this video was helpful for you guys, so you guys can kind of see this. And I thank you guys for watching.